Hi, Saghafi, Liberty Home Mortgage. What are we talking about today? Let me look. Condominiums and delays, closing delays, okay? So I just had a transaction that's just happened. So I'll give you a lot of different scenarios. If you're looking to buy a property, buy a house, buy a condominium, you want to pay attention to what sort of things can happen that can delay a transaction. This one's about condominiums, okay? If you are buying a condominium, listen to what I'm telling you, okay? There's something called a questionnaire. Let's see. There's something called the Condo Questionnaire. Now, I'm going to spell this wrong because I always forget. Does questionnaire have 2 N's and 2 R's, or 1 N and 2 R's, or what in the world does it have? But you get my point, okay? This is not grammar school. This is mortgage school, okay? Condo Questionnaire. You've got to pay attention to this. Every lender in America who's doing a conventional VA, FHA, or USDA loan has to send something called a Condo Questionnaire to the Homeowners Association, the HOA, okay? There's a set of questions that are asked on that form. It's about 3 pages long, and there's about 50 questions, okay? There's a set of questions. The answers to those questions determine whether or not the condominium is financeable using conventional FHA, VA, or USDA financing, okay? If you're a real estate agent, pay attention to what I'm telling you, okay? First of all, if you're the listing agent, you should have all of the contact information ready to go so that when a buyer comes in, you provide all of that contact information to the lender. So this form, the condominium questionnaire, and the other documents required can get ordered immediately. I'm telling you this right now. A lot of delays on condominium transactions are because the HOA sucks at getting this stuff back in a timely fashion, number one, or two, they answer the questions without even knowing what the questions are, which is fine. Okay, I get it. But there's a lot of times they've answered the questions when they put down an answer, okay, they just guess at an answer because they don't understand the question, and instead of calling us for clarification, they just fill it out. And that's fine, I get it. I'm not like demonizing or condemning them for it, but at the same time, we've got to communicate. Communication's the key. Well, on the one transaction that I just had, one of the questions that was asked about what happens in the case of a foreclosure, how many months of homeowners association dues is the mortgagee, that's us, the lender, how many are we responsible for past dues? And if it's unlimited and it's just wide open, the association can jam the mortgage lender with all of the back association fees that are not paid, then we want nothing to do with that transaction, okay? So a lot of associations or the people who fill those out really don't know because there's really not a guideline sometimes. A lot of times there is, and it's no. If there's a foreclosure, then the mortgagee is not responsible for it at all, but they just guess at the question. They fill out the form wrong, they send it to the lender. One, either that loan gets declined, or two, we have to go back to them to clarify and make sure that they are understanding the scope of the question, okay? So the Condo Questionnaire is a big deal. If you're buying a condominium today, getting financing, conventional FHA, VA, USDA financing, we need these forms filled out quickly as soon as possible. When these things either do not get filled out quickly or they get filled out incorrectly, guess what you're going to run into? You are going to run into something we call a delay. Nobody's happy, everybody's upset and angry and mad and loses their mind, but at the end of the day, communication, communication, communication. Get the information quickly. So keep following these videos, pay attention to everything I tell you and explain to you when it comes to the mortgage side, because I do know this stuff pretty well, and we'll catch you on the next video.